broken line.
Well, welcome to Lautoka in Tonga for the opener of the 2011 IRB Pacific Nations Cup. It is the host nation up against Fiji. This year's tournament retaining the smaller format of just 4 teams, with defending champion Samoa taking on Japan a little later today. Here, though, Tonga against Fiji, with the Tongans chasing down a first win in this tournament for 3 years. Let's take a look at their starting lineup, with Alisona Tai Malolo at loose head prop. Then we have Ephraim Taukafa in the front row. They will be lining up against the Fijians. They will be led by Graham Charles Dews, skipper Deacon Manu. But it's those backs that we have to look out for. Gabriel Loba Balavu and Albert Vuli, the two very dangerous men in the centres who have torn many a team apart before. So the Fijians setting themselves up for the start of this tournament. They have been in a rich vein of form. Marius Jonker of South Africa, the man presiding over this encounter, and it's Nicky Little, the Fijian 10, who has the ball in hand.
James, it's the TV there. Are you happy? Finally, we can go.
So Fiji sporting their usual white and black strip, attacking from left to right up against Tonga. Last victory that Tonga did have in this competition did come against the Fijians, and they are looking a stronger outfit than they have done for a number of years. And all of this, of course, in preparation for the big test that comes in New Zealand at the end of this year, in the shape of the 2011 Rugby World Cup. It is Fiji and Nicky Little who get us underway, and straight away those Tongan forwards smother the ball, led forward by Taukafa, wearing number 25, the hooker. And then flicked ahead from Samisoni Fisilao. And it is the Fijians who are penalised. So Fisilao will get the ball in hand. And whether or not he will turn to Kurt Marath, the standoff, who will look to find a decent touch. As you can see, it's a blustery day here in Tonga. And plenty of sunshine as well. Most of the crowd taking shelter into the wind then from Morath, Australia-based fly half.
Half back, show me, please.
Marius Jonker wants a decent gap here in the line-out before he gets things going again. Well, the Fijians were the revelation of the 2007 Rugby World Cup, along with the Pumas of Argentina. They have not looked such a strong outfit in the build-up to this one. Plucked off the top by Lekotui. Morath with the up and under. As you can hear from Marius Jonker, the advantage is over as he's kicked the ball away. And it's collected well, and in the end, very successfully by Kini Murimuvalu. Fijian pack showing good pace to get over the top. Murimuvalu again chips ahead with his left boot. Not the cleverest of kicks, though, and it will be returned. But only in play. Bounces on the edge of the 22. A chance here for the Fijian backs to perhaps get into full stride for the first time. It's one of their gargantuan wings, Nagusa, who leads the ball, and Nagusa breaks challenges for fun. He has support. The Fijians have plenty forward. Good handling. Great support play again. Once again turning to their number 8, Wakibarotu. Wakibarotu gets it out wide and knocked forward by the blind side flanker, just safe for Domilailai. And the Tongans look to try and counter-attack. Free-spirited Pacific Nations rugby here. And a knock forward this time comes from the Tongans, but the Fijians can take advantage. Carried forward by Kababati, and then clipped through off the boot of one of the Tongan defence. Big test today for those two Tongan centres. They come up against Lovabalavu and Vuli. It's led forward.
Still playing it. New advantage, 35. Not rolling.
Fired out wide.
Tackle.
And the whistle goes, and it will be a penalty to Fiji, and an easy chance here for Nicky Little to give them the lead. Not rolling away. And not releasing. is the accusation there, and the man penalised is Lokatui. And so Fiji, under pressure at the start, managed to come back strongly.
Wait. Okay, yeah.
Nicky Little comfortably on target, and it is the Fijians who take the lead then, with just under 4 minutes of the match played. The Fijian bench containing some very frightening prospects to come on, including Adrio Dalai, Pejamini Makutu as well, and Leone Nakarawa. However, now it is Morath getting Tonga back underway. A high kick which is almost collected but then kept alive by the Tongans, who turn the ball over, and a chance to charge forward from Samisoni Fisilau. Fisilau bounces off a challenge and flicks it out to Mailai. Mailai knocked backwards though. Strong tackling in midfield from the Fijians, but the Tongans keep it alive, trying to get the momentum going in their direction. Filisau again. Some options out wide. Dancing back inside comes Vilimani Yongi. Hugely impressive debut for his national side in the Churchill Cup last month. 4 tries on debut, in fact. Hospital pass through the centres, and very fast up here the Fijian defence, and according to Marius Jonker, they were onside. Liatoa manages to stabilise things for the men in red. Ephraim Taukatha to get momentum going again, this time with lock forward Lokatui. Filisau. Half break made by Makuaka, and then cut back inside. A lovely run this, and should be able to get it under the posts. Needs some support, and the support is there. And the try is scored in the end by Samuel Vafafolau, the skipper, in support of fullback Bungakoto Lilo. And he's gone down heavily under the challenge. But I'm sure that he will get over the pain quickly, in the knowledge that he has given his side the lead here after they trailed by 3. The opening try of the match goes to the skipper. Great support play from the open side flanker as well. Initial break made by Kurt Morath. Morath popping it back inside to Lilo, and Lilo so close to getting to the line. A desperate clench at the shirt there from his opposite number, but Murimuvalu unable to prevent Samui Vafafola, and he goes over for the opening try of the match. Easy conversion for Kurt Morath, and so 7-3 the scoreline to the Tongans. So Nicky Little, who just moments ago had given the Fijians a lead with the simplest of penalties in front of goal, now has to get play back underway. And Tonga it is who lead. And the ball picked up by their burly hooker, Ephraim Taukatha. Taukatha sets it up. Filisau releases, and Morath in good position to kick downfield, although he's gone very centrally as the ball was carried back into his 22, and a chance for Murivalu to counter-attack, and again the fullback size through challenges, and he's got good support this time from Kalu. This time the Tongans have turned it over, but illegally so, rules Marius Jonker, and it will be a penalty once again to Fiji. And Nicky Little will dust himself off and prepare to make it 2 from 2 and to narrow the deficit to 1. Offside then, the decision here in the sugar town of Lautoka in Fiji for this opening match. Both teams, of course, with their sights set on the Rugby World Cup 2011. Also with their eyes set on their next matches as well. The Fijians know that The Samoans, who they play next, will pose their biggest challenge probably of this year's Pacific Nations Cup, whilst it's a trip to Japan for the Tongans. More reliable with the boot, Nicky Little. And he continues to be so, finding his target for the second time of asking, and reducing the deficit to just 1 point here. So it'll be Morath to get things back underway. "29-year-old. High restart, collected at the back and led forward once again by Dominiku Wakaneborotu, who's been outstanding so far, the number 8. Excellent support play coming from the back row, but a wayward kick, and that means touch will come back. Haven't seen much of these outstanding backs that the Fijians possess. We have seen definite intent, though, when they have the ball in hand.
Stand in front of him, time is off. Listen. Excuse me, we're not going to have a little huddle first before you join up. You want to join immediately, please, all right? Stop the time.
Marius Jonker having a word there with Vaha Folau, the try scorer, about Tongan tactics ahead of the line-out. No huddles allowed before the line-out. They just need to get straight on with it, and it's a good claim in the line. Felisau gets it out to Morath. Morath with the knock forward, though. And it's going to be a penalty this time to Tonga. Malakai Ravulu offside at the line-out. Beautiful take and whisked out to Morath, but he had one eye on the penalised player, and Ravulu has given Kurt Morath, as a consequence, an opportunity here to re-extend the lead. And he will be able to put it out, of course, to 4 points if he manages to be successful with this first penalty kick that he's had in the match. And very hard to judge what his form is like with the boot, because his first conversion was so simple. Well struck, and the home fans are rather muted. It is the visiting fans who are in full voice. Tonga go into a 4-point lead then as we approach the 10-minute mark, and the score is 10-6 in their favour, and they had the only try of the match so far as well. Mickey Little, third time he has restarted in the match so far. Slightly off the outside of the boot, takes play into the 22. It's dropped and not knocked forward is the decision there by Marius Jonker. Taukafa gets away with one, and Felisau with the box kick, which could be collected here. Certainly knocked back into Tongan hands, didn't go forward. Referee waves play on once again. The Tongans can whip it out into their backs, and an opportunity here to get some momentum. Taufa kicks ahead, and it's a very well placed kick indeed. Muri Murivalu using his left boot to take play down to the edge of the Tongan 22. Morath just again waited. Nicky Little with the riposte, and Nicky Little finds a very good touch up on halfway, even though he doesn't look totally delighted with it himself. This time, no huddle from the Tongans. They form their line out immediately. Full complement of scrummagers in there to jump for this one. The two main targets, Hehe and Lakoti. And thus far, Taukafa has found his men.